You want to go ahead?
Yeah,
Kim?
thank you. So let me just kind of give some. So, for the 2 years, specifically football, when and it's been a lot of fun. As that's progressed, we very nice sit down. They kind of declared their intention. Don't know. He made the point. Foremost, I want to thank all of you. There it is today. But one thing that really kind of after this football varsity on the playoff state had signs. No state. So we had a helmet. Back, I come every absolutely broke. Part of that is have limited. So that was kind of putting this booster club. Overarching kind of mission, all sports, quality. So what we've done, I think you all have the go through it. We've developed bylaws for club. Developed a master program really take off. Put in operating. I'll talk about those briefly here in a minute. We also met Coach Ponder. I went to one of his staff meetings. We met with all the coaches to get their feedback. Janet. Oh, Janet earlier. Oh, there you are. So Janet is looking through the bylaws, and then another key part of this is to make sure that we have a good memorandum of understanding that this booster club is going to be the will of the school and operate for the school. So if you look through the presentation we have, and again, I'm just going to go through a few pages, then I'll open it up for questions. But this booster club, and our mission is to support our student athletes and coaches by encouraging parent participation to provide an outstanding athletic experience for Westlake Academy. It's that easy. So we have bylaws, we have officers set up. The normal officers, the term is for 1 year. We have a sample of budget and financial protocols. We have the blank memorandum of understanding, and then the athletic ambassador program. And basically what that is that every sport will have a parent or parents dedicated to that sport to be the liaison between the coaches and the kids and the booster club to make sure they're getting what we need. And then these operating manuals, you go further, are very prescriptive. It's like, I think about football last year. Wednesday, we went and put diesel in the lights to make sure they were working, and we checked the lights. On Wednesday or on Thursday, we got ready for the first games all the way through kind of tear down on Friday night. I think that's it. What we're very pleased about, Coach Ponder had 2 meetings this spring with parents and talking to them about athletics and getting feedback and what grades we're playing, what sports. I thought those meetings went very well. But right now we have about 96 names interested in helping out in athletics, and we'll be part of this. And our next step is we're developing a survey right now to send out all the parents to see, again, gauge their interest level. Are they interested in being on one of the officer positions of the board? And then our goal is to have this up and running. So I think I got everything. Coach, I miss anything? No.
So Kim, I'm sorry, I don't know this answer. Is this an additional, or is this going to replace the House of Commons,
No, so House of Commons is kind of the PTA, and they do a great job. So the WAC is that's a good question, Tim. So John called, we've exchanged some phone calls. He asked me what is the follow-up they need to do after he presented here a couple of meetings ago. And in my mind, the follow-up is they need to get bylaws in place, which they don't have. They need to update the memorandum of understanding, and they do need a financial audit, which we do, which is not on the table anymore. But they want to be a fundraising arm for athletics, and we'll see what they come up with as far as their mission.
So that's what I was trying to figure out. House of Commons, WAC, and now this new entity?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is filling a void that is not in place.
And so the main purpose here is really it's an extension of like the team parent who helps out. That include bringing snacks for halftime
Absolutely.
and setting up,
If
taking
you look
down.
through, it's very prescriptive on what we do.
But you've got a fundraising component in the bylaws?
The bylaws, they're only at direction. I didn't, like personally, that's what the WAC wants to do, and I don't think we need, I don't want to step on their toes, nor do we need two doing that in addition to the foundation.
So it's there for like a just in
In
case.
the bylaws, it is if the athletic director request a fundraising
Got
like
it.
for something, but hopefully that will be the WAC going forward. But it was in the bylaws. I thought I'll leave it there until we kind of sit down and go.
But this booster club would basically, hopefully, drum up the parental support for concession stands, for football
Yeah.
games, for lighting, for
Yeah,
equipment.
and we'll automate this. So, Coach got it. We have a new ticketing system in place. Going to make it much easier for our parents and students to come in and get access to games and get their tickets.
But would that be run through the booster club, or that goes straight to the school?
It goes straight to the school. And then we're going to try to automate. If you look, we have very detailed
I did,
schedules.
yeah.
And I'll
You're
pick
very
on
detailed.
football because it's a first fall sport. But like, what I felt terrible, and I keep apologizing to Coach Nody during basketball because we just got wrapped up with football. Quinn helped a little bit in basketball. I did not, but he was always scrambling to get somebody to do the scoreboard, to get somebody to do concessions and things
Yeah.
like that. So we want to automate these sign-up. And I do think we have plenty of parents to do this. It's just the organization around that
Okay.
and the formality.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And I think the bylaws mentioned, that you'd also have dues-paying members. Would that be a requirement to volunteer through this
Yeah,
program?
what we hope to do, I think the HOC has had a great model, and I don't know what, I'm going to sit down with them. I did send this to Mary Beth a few weeks ago for feedback. I don't think these dues are going to be, if you pay dues, you're a voting member. So this is going to be a very inclusive club. So everybody in the booster club is going to get to vote, probably not the first year, but for the second year, these officer terms are for 1 year, and they're going to get to vote who comes in and is officers. I just don't know what those do.
But would I have to pay dues to run chains, for example, at a football game?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think you have to be part of the booster club. We're going to
Got
get whatever volunteer we can. So,
Yeah,
Well, this is much needed. It should create the volunteer part as built in from the front end rather than the last minute.
yeah, I just feel really bad as close as we are to athletics and Westlake Academy being, and we had just an unbelievable year athletically. You look at from fall sports all the way through. So proud of our kids, but every kid should have the same experience and the same support and resources, no matter what sport you're in. I feel like a failure. I didn't take care of some of the sports. I mean, we have limited resources. This is a way to fix that.
Yeah, but you were a one-man show last
Well,
year.
that's okay. We're gonna get. No, there's a lot of people that have put a lot more time in than we have over the years, and I really do appreciate that. But this is just,
Yes.
to me, it's the next step of evolution, how we formalize this and really build momentum.
Is this going to be a nonprofit or LLC?
We don't know. We don't know the legal makeup yet. We're working with. We're taking the easiest path.
Is this going to be independent or owned by us, the town?
It is going to be, however we set it up, I want it to be under the school, and there's very prescriptive language. If the school gets tired of it, wants to go away, there's triggers to make that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it's,
Yeah, and you've got term limits too. I mean, the whole idea is to keep this thing evolving over time and not just get stuck with, yeah.
I think that's what, and this is, it takes a lot of time to help, as you know,
Yeah.
right? But again, with Coach Ponder sent me the list of 96 today, and as I said, we're going to send out a survey to all the parents and I think get some side. The side conversations, I've sent this deck out to numerous people. I think we'll have people that want to be officers, people want to join, people want to help. I actually feel building them up. And the other interesting, or the point I like about that, we have a, president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, the normal things. But we have a position here called reporter. I don't like that name, but as you think about the school, everybody has done their own posters and banners and stuff like that. This is one responsible for all sports. One, hopefully negotiating a good deal to get those done, but the same look and feel across the school, coverage for every sport.
No, that's a good idea, because I think even looking up things like track results is not always so intuitive.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to centralize it and brag about the kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we had a great year.
So what's the next steps? You're going to continue working with Janet. The bylaws look like they're well
Probably
constructed,
95%
right.
done.
But you'll come back with more of a finalized
Yeah,
draft.
we got to
idea.
figure out the legal structure for this. We are going to spend the next couple months getting the officers in place, and then I want to, let them run with that. I will hang around, kind of an advisor, whatever the council thinks appropriate. But I want the new officers to run this. I will still give 100% of my support. I do think we shouldn't be. If we're on council, board of trustees, we shouldn't be on any other committees.
Gotcha.
That make sense?
Yeah, I think it does.
Well, I got stickers for everybody. Wow, I'm glad you guys liked it, or I'd have to tear these up. But we got our booster
We didn't
club.
vote yet, so I'm just kidding.
Thank y'all.
all right. Is that it? All right, and so, no other questions?
Kim, is one already on your son's car? I think
That's
he's got
on my
about
wife's car.
All right, because your son's got, what, about 72 stickers?
Has none. Oh, no, the one son does. But yes, I'm sorry. I was thinking, no, Jack has no. Yeah, that's right.
All right, no more questions? All right, that closes out work session. Regular meeting starts at 5.